Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild. Hey, Pascal. You are now rocking to the ceiling and keep them held high, cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold on, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good evening. Good morning and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys are all doing well out there. Hope this show finds you in good spirits and all that. Happiest of New Year's to all y'all who are just getting into the festivities, because I know it is the New Year's Eve weekend. So I know a lot of y'all are going to be out here very excited, about the change of the new year. Some of y'all are really ready for this year to be over and ready for 2024. This has been nothing but craziness with 2024. Let's keep it real. It has been insane. The last 2 months, the last 3 months have been absolutely insane. But nonetheless, we are here to have a conversation about some new updates, about something else that I found to be, this happened a couple days ago. This has been going on recently, and I find it to be kind of wild, and I wanted to talk to you guys about it briefly, because let's keep it real. This is again. And if you don't know what I mean, we're gonna talk about that briefly as well. Trust and believe. So do me a favor, guys. Not gonna be on for a very long time, but we're here for an informative time. Do me a favor. All right. Hit that like button down below, please and thank you. Hit it. Let everybody know. Also, let everybody know that the show is live. We are up here, back at it again. Like I said, we're back. Okay. Took a few days off, much needed. All right. But we're back here to talk about all the things that are going on. And of course, I'm still keeping my eye on the Savannah Soto, Matthew Guerra situation as well. Haven't heard anything new as of late, but if there's more information, trust and believe we will be talking about it. Do me a favor, hit that reaction button if you're watching on Facebook. If you're watching on any other platforms, please be sure to hit that like button and whatnot. Of course, please do not forget to crush that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook, crush that follow button, and follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram, follow me on all those, the Pascal Show, one word. Okay, and follow me on X, Twitter. You know what it is. If you are on there, follow me there as well. Okay, guys, let's get into this. All right, we got to get into this conversation, and there's a lot going on. This is crazy. Still very, very crazy. And the reason why I say that is because, again, we have Tasha K looking at some serious lawsuits. Another one now that has to do with they are claiming, Kevin Hart is claiming that she was extorting him for $250,000, $250,000. That's crazy. The allegations are real out here, y'all. I'm going to keep it a buck, okay? And again, we still have a lot. We still have to find out if it's even true or not, because some people are saying that it may not be true and all that. And like this whole thing is an exaggeration. Some people are claiming that it isn't Tasha K's people that were involved in this, that this is one big fat ass lie. I don't know what to tell y'all, but for me, it's a lot to, this is a lot, okay? Especially with what just happened to Tasha K just a little bit ago with Cardi B. And she still owes Cardi B $4.4 million right now. She went into a huge defamation lawsuit with Cardi B and lost that mother lover, okay? Lost. And then still has gone out here and is still conducting these very, very defamatory interviews with ex-employees, ex-lovers, and all that. This is absolutely crazy, okay? Because you think that after the first lawsuit, you'd learn. You'd learn from that mistake, right? You'd learn and say, okay, I have to go through things a little bit differently. I have to approach these people, approach these conversations a little bit differently. But it seems like it still hasn't changed, that the lesson has not been learned, which is crazy to me and very frustrating, because at the end of the day, this could be extremely detrimental. This could be extremely detrimental to other YouTubers and other content creators and other online journalists as well. This could be huge. This could be bad for us out here. Extremely, extremely bad. Hence the reason why I'm going, okay, we need to talk about this, because here's the thing. Tasha K ain't the only person who's out here doing this kind of content. There's plenty of other content creators that are all about the messiness, all about not willing to do their research, make sure who they have on their show is valid, so on and so forth. A lot of people are willing to risk it all just for a few clicks and a few views. And you think that just because you don't think that there aren't going to be people, these celebrities, if you're talking about them, if you're talking ill on their name, you don't think that they don't have time? You don't think that they have that fun money, that long game money to keep you in court and up to your neck, over your head, in legal fees for the rest of your life? You don't think that these celebrities have time? So to me, it's still absolutely crazy. Okay. Absolutely crazy. So we got to get into this. There it is. This is what I was trying to do. Kevin Hart is suing Tasha K and his former assistant over alleged extortion attempt. Again, I still have to ask. Okay. I just still have to ask, why would any former, see, oh God, man, this is the stuff that really aggravates me, because like, I feel that any person that has ever dated a celebrity has ever and has been dumped by them, or that they parted ways, any person that's been an ex-employee of some sort, everybody and their mama now just wants to come out with some tell-all interviews or tell-all books, basically saying, oh yeah, I was S-ing his D for 3 months and now we ain't together no more, so I'm going to write this book and expose everything. I'm sorry. I don't think that's the right way to go about things. Why write a book? You know what I'm saying? Why? It just doesn't make any sense. Unless it was a situation where you were with this person for a long time and you witnessed crimes happening. Real talk, crimes. You saw them actually committing crimes. Then I get it, but then instead of it being a book, you should be going and filing with the police, making those claims known. Tell the police instead of, oh wait, nah, let me write a 300-page book with a whole bunch of fluff, but 10 pages out of that book is my experience with that particular person. I just think it's ridiculous. And now we're hearing more and more like ex-employees. Remember Bilal? Okay, Bilal came out talking about he was an ex-best friend of Will Smith's, ex-employee assistant of Will Smith, came out talking about how he walked in on them just straight up, just a murder scene, just straight up murder, right? We saw all that. We heard all that. And I'm sitting there going like, why? Why would you do that? Why would you go out of your way to tell these stories? And what is it benefiting? Is it going to benefit you in the long run? Are you catching them and saying, hey, this man was committing crimes right in front of me every single day? I'm just saying, think about these things, guys. Everybody wants to get messy real quick. or they don't even think about the NDAs, the confidentiality agreements that they sign. Plenty of people are signing those things, and then they don't give a damn. They're still talking wireless on these microphones with all these other content creators, or they're writing these books. And I'm sitting there going, like, you don't know that, you don't think lawsuits aren't going to come to you already? And then again, going back to Tasha K, someone who's already had to deal with a devastating loss with Cardi B. She still owes that woman monies. Let me show you something. Now, if this is 110% true, this is very interesting. Let me show this to you guys really quick before we go into everything. As you already know, Tasha K, like I said 15 times in a row already, Tasha K lost a huge lawsuit against Cardi B for defamation. She was out here saying all kinds of things, whether they were true or not. She was saying them out her mouth on her platform for everyone to hear. Cardi B claimed that she was defaming her, and guess what? Cardi B won. In fact, Tasha K was on the stand and admitted that things that she was saying were not true. Just made up stuff. She admitted that under oath, y'all. Under oath. And then lost 4.4 if I'm correct, $1 million. Okay, whole lots of quiche. And she still hasn't paid Cardi B. So let's take a look at this. And according to this Twitter, okay, post, or this X post, it says, this says new, because I'm sure Cardi B has had enough of hearing Tasha K out here just trying to destroy a whole bunch of people's names out here. Okay, Cardi B has initiated additional court proceedings to collect her $4 million judgment, her $4 million judgment against Tasha K. She is issuing subpoenas for communications between Tasha and her accountants regarding trusts, partnerships, and LLCs where Tasha K may be hiding assets. Cardi is also coming after Tasha's Georgia home. And Tasha is also currently being sued. Well, we already know about this right now, hence the reason why we are here in this conversation. Tasha K is now, of course, getting slapped with another lawsuit by Kevin Hart. Now, one other thing, I will say this too. Will Smith and Jada are most likely going to be suing Tasha K. I even said that in a pop-up video a couple weeks ago. All right. I said, damn, they're going after her too. And then in my head, I'm like, okay, let's keep it real. Should the person who is interviewing the messenger, should they actually catch a charge? Now, I leave that question up to you guys. As far as like Bilal, he sat down with her. It's not like she sat down and said, hey, tell me all these things. He came in and he willingly said everything. In fact, he's gone on other platforms and done other interviews on other platforms. And I'm wondering if those other platforms, obviously Tasha K's, gotten was kind of like the first to drop the bombshells. So I don't know. I don't know if other platforms are going to be getting caught in the wake, right, of these lawsuits. And I really hope it doesn't happen that way. I really don't. Okay. But at the same time, it does make you wonder what the heck's going to happen here, right? Because this is some crazy stuff. And I wonder, at least with Bilal and maybe some other people, right? Should she be blamed? Should she be tossed under the bus for just conducting the interview? Because there's been plenty of people that have gone out and done interviews, had bombshell interviews, breaking it all down about aura or about their a person's experience with a celebrity and all that on plenty of other platforms, including, this has gone all the way back as far as televised interviews has gone on, however long ago we have, since the dawn of televised interviews, okay? We have been seeing bombshell interviews people talking ish about a name of some sort to a certain extent. Oprah Winfrey, Barbara Walters, you name them, have all had interviews with people talking ish on a celebrity or a named or known person out here. So I wonder, do all of them get hit with defamation lawsuits or no? I'm curious, because they're the ones just asking the questions. And these are the people, the ex-assistant, Bilal, all that. They're the ones with the allegations. They're the ones talking, right? So I'm curious about that piece. But when it comes over to this piece right here, extortion is a very serious thing. You're basically calling somebody up or telling somebody, hey, I have this footage. I'm holding it ransom. And if you don't pay me what I ask, if you don't pay the ransom money, I will release this footage for everyone to see. Now, from what I'm understanding in this article and many others, there was someone who represented Tasha K, which could be argued here. I'll get to that in a second. But said that they were representing Tasha K and basically said, we have a very damning interview that's about to drop. You need to pay us $250,000, $250,000 for this never to be seen by the public eye. If you do not pay us, we drop the interview. $250,000, $250,000. And clearly, he didn't pay that money. Why? Because she already started putting out teasers for this bad boy. Take a look.
I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to lose my job. But I was getting anxiety because I was like, we're going through scandal after scandal. If he cheats on Aniko and she's pregnant with her second baby, if this gets out, it's becoming obvious.
So the first scandal was with the first baby.
Correct.
The one in Vegas.
Yes.
So these other scandals in office.
It's another one in the office.
She pregnant again.
Correct. With her second baby.
And he's still.
Correct.
According to you.
Yes.
According to you.
Yes.
According to you.
Yes.
Leaving semen stains all over the couch at the Heartbeat studio.
Correct.
And showering and then going home like.
Yes. And how I know for sure, he showered and left.
Is he playing basketball or something?
No, he's sleeping with people in the office and he's showering and he's going home. And at the time, because Kevin added a shower in his office and that was not legal because the wall that they put up, you had to have like a certain type of shower wall.
Yeah.
So that wasn't supposed to be there.
Because I'm like, is that
okay? Now this obviously is just a snippet of the entire freaking thing. Okay, there's a whole lot more of this. The whole interview is up on her YouTube, not on her YouTube channel. I'm sorry, but on her on her website. This lawsuit has not stopped Tasha K from doing what she need to do out here in these streets. She is putting out this thing now. Okay, so here's the thing, S-Dubs, we don't know if any of this is true. We don't know if any of this is true. That's the problem. Now he's known. Excuse me. He's known to be out here in these streets to walk out on his wife. We do know that story. Okay, we already know about the video. Okay, the video that he had back in the day where his friend was also trying to extort him when he secretly recorded him knocking the boots with a whole other woman that was not his wife. Okay, so there's already rumor about him floating around here about how he is. Okay, how he is, a swashbuckling son of a gun. Okay, he's out here smashing. Okay, but those are stories. Those are rumors. Now we have the ex-assistant, like you just saw here a second ago. I'll just show you her face again. Ex-assistant goes on to Tasha K and just drops bombshell after bombshell after bombshell. There's even a story about a DUI situation okay, where where basically she's sitting there saying like he got into a car accident with somebody else in the car with him. He was under the influence because apparently he likes the sauce. Okay, he likes a drink or two. And in this car, after this car accident, or while this at the car at the scene, okay, of this car accident, he turned to the person next to him and said, "I'll give you $4 million if you take the rap from me." And allegedly that person took the rap. Now the thing is, you know what? This is all rumor. These are all stories that were being said by an assistant. Now, of course, it's really easy for us to go and lean hard on an ex-assistant and believe every single thing that they say, because, of course, when it comes to an assistant, they know what your dirty drawers smell like. Okay, they know everything from your bank account statements to your PIN codes to your everything. Okay. They know what kind of toothpaste you like to brush with. They know how you like to sleep. They know what kind of PJs everything. They just know every personal thing under the sun about your ass. Okay? So it's really easy for us to instantly go, "Oh, she's telling the truth. She's absolutely telling the truth." But are we sure she's telling the truth? This could be just another disgruntled ex-employee mad about not working with him, or maybe not working in that town as a personal assistant. The other thing too, now that she put out this video, this interview, this scathing interview on Kevin Hart, do you really think that there are other people, other celebrities that are going to be willing to hire her as an assistant? Think about that for a second. She's willing to risk it all, right, to put this stuff out. Hence the reason why he's not only suing Tasha K, but he's also suing his ex-assistant as well. Because she could have been trying to get a little bit of that part of that paper that Tasha K's people were trying to get from Kevin Hart. But anyway, let's get into this article. Like I said, this is crazy. All right. This whole thing is nuck and futz. All right. And in my mind, I'm like, if this is entirely true, I just want to know when or if Tasha K will ever really fully learn from this, because this can get very like that's bad. You know what I mean? This is bad. And then it's also bad for all of us content creators too. Not all of us, but a good portion of us that are out here saying things like, okay, for example, really quick, the whole TD Jakes thing that went out, all that stuff, all those allegations, all those rumors that came from one particular place. And in my mind, I'm going, that could be really dangerous, y'all. That's dangerous to put out those kinds of things without having the proper proof. That's just me. Now I get it. Ex-assistant. That's proof enough, right? Not really. Plenty of people can hop on to any platform and sit there and say whatever the hell they want. And you got to remember, this is a person that had lost a huge defamation lawsuit. And she's still bringing people on to spread these kinds of rumors. I just want to see the proof. That's it. That's the only thing I challenge. I just want to see the doggone proof, personally. Okay? Because it's really easy for any ex-assistant, any ex-lover, whatever, former employee of any kind to come out and say all kinds of stuff with no receipts? None? Come on, man. Come on. Okay? So I'm not surprised he's suing. And I wouldn't be surprised if Jada and Will Smith start suing too. Okay? But Kevin Hart is suing his former assistant and Tasha K, who allegedly demanded a 6-figure payout not to publish what the actor claims is a defamatory interview. The lawsuit, filed in Los Angeles Superior Court on Tuesday, accuses Tasha K of spearheading a scheme to extort Hart out of $250,000 by threatening to run an interview with his former personal assistant, Miesha Shakes. According to the complaint, Shakes made false statements during the conversation that included Hart facing criminal charges over recording a S encounter. Let me say that again. Shakes made false statements during the conversation that included Hart facing criminal charges over an encounter that he had with somebody in his birthday suit, allegedly. Tasha K, all right, has we already know about this. In March, a federal appeals court upheld a $4 million judgment against her, making defamatory claims that rapper Cardi B engaged in all those things right there. Okay, which obviously is not good. Doesn't matter if it's true or not. She putting it out here for everybody and their mama to hear. That's not good. Then also, let's not forget, let me remind you, during that time, during that trial, she did come out and say, I did lie, that there were things that I said that were not true. Why do you think she lost the defamation lawsuit? I mean, that's a straight loss after you go up and say that under oath. Okay? Moving on in the suit, Hart claims that an unidentified affiliate of Tasha K reached out to him in November, stating an interview damaging his reputation would be published unless he paid $250,000 in ransom. The actor refused to pay, contacted law enforcement, and sent a cease and desist to Tasha K, according to the complaint. In the letter, Hart's lawyers warned her that any damages she's forced to pay as a result of her alleged misconduct won't be dischargeable in bankruptcy. So she can't even hide from this. She can't even file bankruptcy and get away with it. They're sitting there going, no, you're going to have to pay the piper. Don't matter. Do not matter. If you are found guilty of doing this, you tried to extort Kevin Hart, you're going to have to pay back big time. Doesn't matter. You have already engaged in criminal conduct and torturous acts that would entitle Mr. Hart to monetary damages against you should he elect to commence civil litigation regarding this matter. Okay, and this is what one of the lawyers said, one of Hart's lawyers said. To the extent that you do not cease and desist now, your liability for such monetary damages will increase, and as will your exposure to criminal penalties. Now, let me just say this before we continue on. Before we even continue on, did she change her ways? Like, did she stop? Did she pump the brakes and go, wait a second, nope, I'm gonna do the right thing? Or nope, not even I'm gonna do the right thing. Maybe more on the lines of, nope, I'm not going to post this interview because I don't want any problems and I don't want to see any criminal penalties. I don't have to pay, and I don't want to possibly spend time in jail or prison. Okay? Two different things. Let me ask you that question again. Did she do anything about that? Has she changed? Did she stop posting the video or the interviews? She even doubled down even more, y'all. More and more clips are just keep coming out on her Instagram and all that. She's doubled down hard. It's not going to change her. It's not going to stop her from what she, it's not going to, this lawsuit isn't going to stop her. She's just going to continue. Whether this person's telling the truth or not, if this person is lying or not, more like it, she's going to put this out and it ain't going to stop. It's bad. All right. The suit details a teaser for the interview posted in November in which she allegedly threatens Hart. When you don't pay, we have to get the money by any means necessary. So allegedly at the end of this video, so she sends a video. Let me just say this. So she sends a video to allegedly she sends a video to Hart. This is what they're claiming. Sends a video out to Hart. And at the end of that video, she at the end of the video is sitting there saying, yeah, you know, when you don't pay, we have to get this money by any means necessary. What? What? So she Malcolm X now? Like what? What? So okay. Sends a post, a little teaser of the interview, and then at the end of it, like she anonymous or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm wondering if it was like all glitchy and stuff. You know what I mean? And she's sitting there going, and her voice is all like decoded or you know, whatever it is to make it not sound like her or something. You know, maybe she's wearing a vendetta mask. You know what I'm saying? And she's sitting there going, when you don't pay, we have to get that money by any means necessary. I don't know how that even makes any sense, but okay. So she's saying, I need my money. So you're going to pay up whether you like it or not. That, my friends, is extortion. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's extortion. That's extortion. If that is what she did, if these claims are true, this is extortion. Okay? Now, I don't know what she's going to say. I don't know what she has said. You know, from what I understand, she has not come out and said anything like, oh, this is all BS, or, you know, somebody used old clips from the old interview or old YouTube videos and put that on the back end of the teaser to this interview and sent it to the Hart production company or something like, you know what I mean? Like, I would expect her to say something, but she hasn't. She has just been tripling down on this interview, putting out more and more clips from the interview. It's pretty wild. Okay. Hart also claims that Shakes violated her confidentiality and non-disclosure agreements by discussing confidential business and personal information relating to Hart. Notwithstanding the truth or falsity of any such statements, Shakes would only have had knowledge regarding such subjects as a result of her employment with Hart and Heartbeat, states the complaint. Okay, so you're telling me, of course, like I said to you guys before, she signed a confidentiality agreement. She signed a non-disclosure agreement. Now, the only reason why any of those could break is if she was witness to or was a victim to some sort of crime. Now, of course, non-disclosure agreements, confidentiality agreements, you know, they are not forever, okay? But from my understanding, they're not forever, ever. But at the same time, this woman was only fired just a little bit ago. This isn't like she was fired 10 years ago and then all of a sudden came up and started saying all this stuff. Okay. Fresh. This is still fresh for the most part. So what the hell is this? She was employed. Look at this. Like I said, it's still freaking fresh. See, who was employed by Heartbeat Productions from 2017 to 2020 as Hart's personal assistant, and said there are unidentified loopholes in the confidentiality and non-disclosure agreements that, quote unquote, enable her to escape the consequences of her brazenly violating her promises to plaintiffs. The suit says the NDA provided for her to be paid $90,000 over 3 years. So she got paid $30,000 every year for 3 years. And I'm wondering if you know, if the NDA ran out or something like that, or if they said in perpetuity. You know what I'm saying? I'm wondering what that NDA and that confidentiality agreement was saying. Okay. But it's like, for me, I don't trust that she's saying something along the lines of that she saw some unidentified loopholes. She said, "Oh, I went through the whole thing," and I'm going, "Are you an Esquire? Do you have your law degree? Are you a lawyer? Did you discuss this with a lawyer, or were you just sitting there smoking, rolling your joint, chilling in your living room, watching Real Housewives or Love and Hip, whatever the hell is on TV nowadays, and you were reading through the fine print on the legal documents that you signed during the 3 years of employment with Mr. Hart, and you saw in there a loophole? What was the loophole, man? What was the loophole? It's trash, guys. It's trash. It just doesn't work for me. You read it. Random, regular ex-assistant who goes, no disrespect. I mean, it's a hard job, but it ain't going out and doing freaking litigations and reading legalese and waxing legal with people and talking about this, that, and the third, reading the fine print, all that stuff. You're not doing any of that stuff in real life. Nah. Okay. You're taking the dog out for a poop. You're getting coffee. You're making sure that the bed sheets he has is a certain count because he likes that certain count. Like, come on, man. You're taking out the trash. You feel me? You're picking up the kids from school if he can't be there for that. Like, you're picking up the dry cleaning, okay? And I don't mean any disrespect. Like I said, assistants do a lot, okay? And it's a hard job. But it ain't legal. You ain't no lawyer. So what the hell? Come on. So you read this and you saw loopholes? What were the loopholes? What were the loopholes? Like, I wish during the interview, she said what the loopholes were. I saw that this. Hence the reason why I could do this interview with you, Tasha K. I want to see that. Show me the proof. Because that don't make no sense. Okay? Oh, and here's the other thing. And you know what? He's always cheating. Okay, that's fine. Soft sounds. I got to obviously that's a big problem. But if that is your assistant and she signed a confidentiality agreement and an NDA, she has no business going on any platform talking this stuff for the world to hear. Actually, it's not even her business to put it out there point blank, period. Even if she signed contracts, it is not her place. It isn't. And also the other thing is if you are going to go and expose Kevin Hart, why aren't you exposing Kevin Hart to the people that matter the most? His wife. Why aren't you going over and talking to his wife first and foremost? That's the problem. Okay? That's the problem. I'm wondering if it's money, the Karen, AV. I'm wondering if it's the motivation is just money for this straight up going on this interview and doing all this. Because you got to remember, they did the interview in November. This interview was already taped, recorded, wrapped up in a bow, and then sent to Kevin Hart and his people. And then they said, give us $250 million. I'm sorry, $250,000. I'm sorry, $250,000, and this will never see the light of day. And I'm wondering, was she going to get was Miesha going to get a cut of this money, of this extortion, or no? You also got to remember too, okay? You also got to remember this too, okay? When it comes to Shoot, I forgot what I was going to say. It'll come back. It'll come back. I'm reading you guys' comments and all that. And the thing is, this is what I was going to say. Doesn't Tasha K need some serious money? She just lost a $4.4 million lawsuit from Cardi B, and Cardi B is coming for that money. What are the chances of her actually using this and saying, bang? You see what I'm saying? I don't know. All I know is that this is not the way of getting things done. All right. This is just sloppy in my personal opinion. Okay. And if he's out here cheating, that conversation needs to be done within the household instead of going out here to the public and just airing everything out. That I think is not right. All right. Unless I don't know. I don't see the benefits of putting all this ish out here like that. I just don't get it. But let me continue. Like I said, I get it that we all love to hear the messiness. I know we all love to hear the drama. We all love to hear the stuff about people's personal lives, these celebrities that we love so much and all that. But at the same time, what is this doing for us? What is it doing for us? Nothing. We're all just clutching our pearls and going, oh, she said what? Oh my God. I'm sorry. I just don't agree with this type of behavior, this approach. Because in my mind, I'm going, what is this benefiting? Is this benefiting the people that are out here that are survivors? Say gambling addicts, say what's the word? Habitual cheaters. Is that helping those people in finding ways of being better for themselves, enriching their lives? No, it's not. It's not. It's not. So this does not make sense to me at all. And I'm not sitting here saying that cheaters should not be exposed, but they should be exposed personally. If a Nico doesn't know about this, this is messed up. Why is she putting it down for everybody else? Everybody else ain't family. Nico and Nico is family. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense, y'all. This behavior is just ridiculous. Yogi Pretzel, do you think that Tasha K paid the assistant? I think she may have. I mean, but then again, I don't have any proof of that. So I'm not going to sit here and say, yep, without a shadow of a doubt, she did that. Hell no. Okay. But this all is motivated by money, clearly. Why would she go on this interview and expose all of that? What, to make sure that she has a constant? Why would Miesha, of all people, let's put Tasha K to the side, why would she go on to the interviews and do what she did? Same thing with Bilal. Why would he go, brother Bilal? Why would they go onto this platform and say all that ish? Why? Money. They just want to make sure that they get a payment every month. A check, a deposit is made every month into their bank account. That's what I think. Okay. And okay, Amanda said, and I already know because I do follow and watch Tasha K. Okay. Amanda, you're right. Tasha K says she doesn't pay. But are we sure? With this particular interview, maybe this one was an exception. You never know. Especially after you're saying $250,000. That's crazy, guys. That's crazy. All right. But let's continue. All right. So Miesha in this interview claimed that Hart was a serial cheater and gambling addict who paid an associate millions of dollars to take DUI charges for him. It was published in December on Tasha K's website, which can only be accessed for a monthly subscription fee. As for allegedly defamatory statement, the suit only points to statements regarding Hart and certain legal disputes in which he had been involved, including that he, quote unquote, recorded a video of a encounter of the carnal kind, and that he faced criminal charges regarding that supposed incident. Now, I'm wondering and because this is big. This is very, very big to say that he was a part of, saw something, was in the same room as, or was participating in an encounter. So it does make you wonder, what was it that he was a part of, that he was witness to or a part of, right? To prevail, Hart will have to prove that Shakes acted with a level of malice or recklessness necessary to meet the high standard for public figures to allege defamation. This includes an intent to harm with prior knowledge that what was said is false or was said in reckless disregard for the truth. Several defamation suits, including ones filed by Donald Trump, Sarah Palin, and a person who sued over his portrayal in the Wolf of Wall Street, have failed to meet the standard. So it will be very difficult it won't be easy for Kevin Hart to prove said defamation. But extortion, though, if he still has the footage of what he was received, with Tasha K allegedly at the end of it being like, we need to get this money by any means necessary. If that is even true, like I said, this is all being said in this lawsuit. If that's even true, that will be really easy to prove extortion. But as far as defamation, they have to prove, like they said, they have to prove that Shakes acted with a level of malice or recklessness necessary to meet the high standard for public figures to allege defamation. That will be the tough part. But again, if those allegations, those things that are being said on this interview are true, then he ain't got nothing. He ain't got nothing. But if he's able to prove positive that the DUI situations, this encounter that he had, that they say he recorded a video of an encounter, okay? Like, and he was facing criminal charges regarding that. It's like, okay, so then what is it? What is it? And why haven't any of us, the public, known about those said acts, especially the S crime? Okay, the alleged S crime. That's huge, guys. That's big. That's a big deal. Okay, that's very big deals. Okay, let me just keep that a buck with y'all. Okay, but let's see here. Hold on. Bad ow. Splat ow. Let's do this. Let us do this. A. We got the law. We got the paperwork, babies. We got the paperwork. We're not going to go through this whole freaking thing, okay? But breach of contract, and there's a breach of contract, intentional interference with contractual relations, invasion of privacy, and then defamation. So let's take a look at some of this. Let's get into some of the meat and potatoes here. Hold on. Let me share this with you guys. Let's see here. Breach of contract. Let's look at this stuff here. The breach of contract, okay, against Shakes. So plaintiffs hereby incorporate by reference paragraphs 1 through 34, inclusive as if fully set forth herein. So then it says here, plaintiffs and Shakes are parties to the NDA, which is supported by valid consideration, including but not limited to Hart's payment of $90,000 to Shakes. Plaintiffs have performed all terms, conditions, covenants, and promises required to be performed by them under the NDA, except those terms, conditions, covenants, and promises, if any, which Shakes prevented plaintiffs from performing. She has breached the NDA by disclosing information and or making allegations that would necessarily entail disclosure of information defined as confidential information under the NDA, including statements regarding personnel and employment matters at Heartbeat or other Hart affiliated companies, and statements regarding Hart's interactions with his family members. As a direct and proximate result of Shakes' material breaches of the NDA, plaintiffs have suffered damages, including without limitation, in the principal sum of $90,000 that Hart paid as consideration under the NDA, in addition to further damages in an amount according to proof at trial. So again, like we said before, he paid the money. He paid her $90,000 when she signed this NDA, this confidentiality agreement. He paid her that money. Now he's saying that there is a breach of that contract. He wants his money back. Okay? Definitely wants his money back. All right. Now, at the time of the interview, Tasha K was aware that plaintiffs and Shakes were parties to the NDA, with Tasha K specifically asking about and Shakes specifically confirming that she and plaintiffs were parties to said agreement. After the interview, Tasha K was further advised that plaintiffs and Shakes were parties to the NDA, that the subject matter of the interview necessarily constituted confidential information as defined by the NDA, and that publication of the interview would constitute interference with the NDA. So again, she had the interview. Allegedly in the interview, she is sitting there saying what they said in the article, what the Hollywood Reporter said, which is Tasha K said, hey, how can you be sitting here if you signed an NDA? She said, I saw loopholes the other day in my confidentiality agreement and my NDA. So that's the reason why I can sit here and talk to you. And then, of course, they continued on with their conversation, which is crazy. Okay, I'm sorry. No offense, but if I'm about to go and undergo surgery, okay, I'm not going, or if I'm sitting there and I'm having some sort of ailment, I'm not going to the guy, the barista at Starbucks, asking his opinion on if I should undergo this evasive surgery or not. You are not a medical professional, so it doesn't make any sense for me to take any medical advice from you. You see what I'm saying? So it's the same thing as she's sitting down with this Shakes lady, and this lady's sitting here going, oh, I read the thing and I see loopholes, so we good. Huh? Oh, all right then. Bet. We could continue this conversation. I would have been like, no, I don't trust this. No. Actually, that's a conversation I would have asked way before we even sat down. Because there's obviously preliminary interviews that happen before the actual scheduled sit down, televised, lights, camera, makeup, action interview. You know what I mean? This would have been number one on my list of, are you sure you can even talk? Do you have an NDA? Do you have any of those things? Because you can get in a whirlwind of trouble. In fact, I could get into a whirlwind of trouble. So are you sure you good? But again, she's taking it from an assistant with no legal degree, allegedly, unless she's, a lawyer, and I don't know about that. But to me, that's trash. Okay? So Moving on. Okay. The actions of Tasha K in intentionally interfering with plaintiffs and Shake's contractual relationship under the NDA were done with oppression, fraud, and malice, with the intention of depriving Kevin Hart of their personal liberty, property, or legal rights, and otherwise causing injury. And such actions were despicable conduct that subjected Kevin Hart to unjust hardship in conscious disregard of his rights, such that Kevin Hart is entitled to recover punitive and exemplary damages in addition to all actual and statutory damages to which he's entitled in order to set an example to deter such conduct. Man, crazy. All right. And then, of course, there is the invasion of privacy in the interview. And this is to all defendants. Okay. This is against everybody. Okay. He's like, I'm putting cases on everybody. So he said in an interview, defendants disclosed purported private facts regarding Hart, his family members, Heartbeat employees, and or personnel at other Hart affiliated companies. The interview was published on defendants, on Tasha K's website, and thereby disclosed publicly. Some of the matters Shakes purported to disclose suggested private facts, including but not limited to statements regarding personal relationships affecting the employment status of personnel at Hart affiliated companies and interactions among Hart and his family members. The publication of such facts would be offensive and objectionable to the reasonable person. Let me see if I could find okay, here it is. Wait a second, hold on. One second, guys. This is the first time I'm looking at this too. What I want to see is the extortion part, and I may have missed that. Let me go back up to the top. Let me go back up to the tippy top. Civil extortion. There we go. It's the top. It's supposed to be number 1. Let's see. Am I missing it here? Civil extortion. There we go. Blah, blah, blah. The act of contacting an individual and threatening to make public statements about them in order to induce payment of money is extortion. So let us see. Yeah. Hold on. There we go. So it says here, yeah, which I read all this stuff in the other part about the loopholes. Okay. But in or around November 2023, an unidentified individual telephoned a Hart representative stating that the individual was affiliated with Tasha K, that Tasha K had conducted the interview with Shakes, and that the interview included information or allegations that the Tasha K's representative claimed would be damaging to Hart's reputation. The individual stated that Tasha K would publish the interview unless Hart paid a ransom of $250,000. On or around November 17th, 2023, Tasha K posted a teaser for the interview on YouTube, wherein she, along with Shakes, touted the supposedly salacious and damaging nature of the interview. The teaser video clearly was intended to threat Hart, okay, that the more detailed interview would be published if the ransom was not paid. The teaser included a statement from Tasha K at the 2-minute 6-second mark of the video, specifically warning that when you don't pay, you have to get money by any means necessary. Hart and his representatives contacted the police and did not pay the ransom that Tasha K was demanding. On or around November 22nd, 2023, Hart's attorney, Dante Mills, wrote to Tasha K demanding that she cease and desist all of her legally impermissible actions towards Hart and that she refrain from publishing the interview. A true and correct copy of that cease and desist letter is attached here too, okay? In that cease and desist communication, Mr. Mills specifically advised Tasha K that Hart had contacted law enforcement about her threats. The cease and desist letter also advised Tasha K that Hart and Shakes were parties to the NDA, that Shakes' participation in the interview was a violation of her NDA, and that Tasha K's publication of the interview would constitute intentional interference with contractual relations, in addition to the various other criminal and torturous conduct that Tasha K had engaged in up to that point. December 22nd, Tasha K advised his representatives that she would, in fact, be publishing the interview. That evening, at approximately 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Tasha K published the interview on her website, specifically at the link down here, charging viewers a $12 per month subscription fee in order to access and view the interview. You know, this is crazy, okay? And it's interesting because she received the letter, cease and desist. So she knows that this all went down. It's not like she called. And from what they're saying in this, I feel like they would have at least said, you know, Tasha K's people reached back saying this was one big misunderstanding, something, right? But that's not being said here at all. She received the cease and desist and did nothing with it. Probably just threw it out and said, hey, we're going to keep on going. The interview is going to go out as scheduled. It's not going to stop me from doing what I do. F it. And that's exactly what she did. Now it's on her website. It's not on her YouTube channel, not yet at least, because right now this is all publicity for her. Let's keep it a buck. This is all publicity for her right now. It's an opportunity for her to stack up on some bread. Remember, Cardi B is still going after her money. She wants everything. Cardi B is not playing now. She actually is even more disgusted by the situation because of the interviews that she had about, you know, covering Will Smith and Jada Pinkett and all that. And now even more, I'm sure she's even more disgusted that she's even going after this whole situation with Kevin Hart. It's getting messy, y'all. It's getting really, really messy. And she obviously sees this, Tasha K sees this as an opportunity to make more bread. This is free publicity because now more and more people are going to be going over there and buying the interview. So she'll make her money. She'll make her money. But at the same time, at what cost? You're going to have, looks like 4, because if you count Cardi B, Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, and now you got Kevin Hart coming at you, and they all got fun money. They got that long game money. And you already heard Tasha K many times before. She has said, I ain't got it. I ain't got it. So why would you stir the pot even more if you still don't got it? Like I said, I feel like once you get sued, like it should wake you up. It should learn you a few things, guys. It should learn you a few things. It should. But now it's gotten to alleged extortion. That's some scary stuff. That's some wild stuff. But again, like I said, it still makes you wonder what really happened here. Was there really a representative of Tasha K calling Kevin Hart's people and doing that? Or was that just somebody calling in and saying that they're a representative of Tasha K? Because that could be it too. Let's be real. We got to look on the other side of the fence for a second. She could be completely innocent. She could be completely innocent in this situation, if that's the case, and only if that's the case. If she really had somebody call acting as a representative of her affiliate, of her company, and all that, man, she's gonna be in trouble. Okay, man, she's gonna be in a lot of trouble. Again, I'm sorry, guys. I know there's a lot of people that are big fans of Tasha K, but this is not how you conduct things, guys, especially us content creators out here. I get it. We all want the clicks. We all want the subscribers. We all want the monies. Okay, don't get me wrong. I like money. Who doesn't like money? Okay, I love money just as much as the next person. Okay, I got a family to feed too. But at the same time, you got to try to do it in the best way you can. When it comes to this kind of stuff, it can get very nasty. It can get dangerous, y'all. Because I mean, you could be playing with the wrong people, especially if you're putting out things that are just rumors. See, this is the reason why I try my best to lean on articles, legal documents, video, etc. There has to be something more tangible than just a hearsay, right? I may talk about a rumor because it's become an article or it's become a thing that's out here where everybody and their mom is talking about it, okay? But a lot of times I'm going, well, it could be true, but is there proof? All the time I'm going, where's the proof? So when I see something like this, when I hear about these interviews, when I hear about extortion, I wonder, wow, does he have the smoking gun evidence to show proof positive that it was Tasha K's people that were involved? But I will say this, one surefire way that we know that there could have been a situation where she tried to make money off this situation is the fact that she still put the interview out. Even after all this, after all these legal documents, all the paperwork came out, still did not stop her from it did not stop her from putting out the interview. Now, does that mean it's an admission of guilt or not? To me, it could be an admission of guilt. Of like, whatever, I'm going to still stack up on this bread. I'm going to charge everybody at $12 a pop to be able to see this interview. I'm still going to find a way to make money and profit off of this interview. Like I said, it is some dangerous, it's a slippery slope. This is some dangerous ish, y'all. And I just don't think that this is the way to conduct yourself out here in these streets. Yes, you can get these exclusive interviews and all that, sure. But I don't know. Once you've tarnished your name in a way with one celebrity, now everybody's going to be watching you and not in a good way. Like I said, this could be very detrimental to her career if she continues to conduct herself in this way. I don't recommend this way, guys. In case you didn't know already, I don't recommend this approach. I really don't. And I honestly think that a lot of these assistants, we all have to look at them with an inquisitive eye. We all got to be looking at them side-eyeing them. Real talk. Just because there's ex-assistants, are they really telling us 110% the truth? Are they or are they not? Or are they just disgruntled and angry that they've been ousted, pushed aside, fired, whatever it may be, and they're trying to exact some demented, messed up version of revenge? It's something to think about, guys. These assistants could very well be telling the truth. But hey, it doesn't hurt to ask questions every once in a while. Especially when there's these kind of interviews that come out. Really, really quick. I want to say this really quick too. And yeah, men and women too, because women cheat too. Let's not forget that. All you cheaters out there, okay? Just stop cheating. All right? Stop it. Just stop. In fact, I know it's easier said than done, but come clean. Tell the truth. And if it means the relationship is over, then it's over. Okay? All right? Stop cheating. Stop cheating on your loved ones. Okay? Stop. If there's a problem, find a way to fix it, or there's always other alternatives, guys. Okay? If you've tried everything, then maybe it's just called divorce. I'm sorry to say it like that, but maybe that's the only choice you got. But if you out here, okay, gallivanting with scallywags, okay, out here in these streets, behind your loved one's back, thinking that you're being faithful and stuff, but you out here gallivanting, man. Part ways so you can continue your life. Okay? Continue doing your thing. Casey, thank you so much. You like the hoodie. I appreciate it. I saw some people talking about the hoodie. So this is a new line that I'm be putting out here very, very soon. I will be putting out something tomorrow. I'm calling them funfetti. I don't know why, but it just makes me think of like funfetti cake. You know what I mean? So these are made by me. Okay. Again, so they will be available. I will be having them posted up tomorrow on the pascalmerch.com or the beautifulbeefcollections.com website. So if you're interested and like it, they will be up for sale. Most likely first by tomorrow. Okay. So if you're liking this, I mean, it's multicolored and all that, custom made. All right. So, and I'm calling them funfetti, the funfetti hoodie. And there's tops and bottoms. I'm just not wearing the pants right now, but there's tops and bottoms for this whole thing. So if you like something that's bright for the springtime type of look, etc., this is the whole thing. Okay. A brand new hoodie, tie-dye hoodie, thizang that I got coming out tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. And I agree, Danielle. Yeah. Okay. If you ain't happy at home, bounce. And I mean, like, don't just like do what, you know, the whole thing, like daddy went out to go get cigarettes and never came back home. Don't do that. All right. Okay. Don't do that. All right. But yeah. See, Marie just said, Pascal, you do business with morals and ethics. Tasha does not, but I don't believe she tried to extort Kevin. I mean, there's a good possibility that she didn't, right? There's a good possibility that she did not try to do that. Now, if she didn't try to do that, I feel like she would have come out and said something by now, right? She would have said something by now. But she hasn't. So I find that very interesting. Okay. I find that interesting personally. So, but then again, not saying anything at all does not mean that you did something. You feel me? So I think she's going to use this as an opportunity. The silence is going to be an opportunity for her to scoop a bag, get the views, get people going, becoming members to her website and all that. And again, it's not going to stop her from doing these exclusive interviews and all that. I mean, she's going to still do what she do, right? She's still going to do what she do. All right. She's still going to do what she do. So we will see what happens from this point on. Okay. Anyway, guys, that's the show. I appreciate all y'all for being here. It really does mean a lot. All right. It really does mean a lot. I will say, I just pinned to the top. Thank you, Debbie. But if you're interested in these hoodies or any of my other stuff, by all means, please go over to Pascal or Beautiful Beef Collections or PascalMerch.com. So PascalMerch.com or BeautifulBeefCollections.com. Go check them out. Okay, we got some really great stuff over there. All right. We got some really great content, really great material like this and then some. All right. And if you like the bright vibe, this is an option. And I got plenty more where that came from. Custom hoodies, t-shirts, jogger sets, you know, the whole shebang. All right. Anyway, before you guys get going, please do me a favor, hit that like button down below. That would really, really mean a lot. Crush that mother lover. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button on my Facebook page. Don't forget to do that as well. That would really, really mean a lot. Please and thank you. All right. And I will be talking to you guys very, very soon. Have a great night, guys. I'll most likely see you guys tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow is the eve before New Year's Eve, y'all. So we got some things to do and a lot to discuss. So we will be talking about those things tomorrow. And of course, I'm keeping an eye on the whole Savannah Soto situation. Hopefully we find out some more information tomorrow. Okay, I hope they get those guys and they bring those monsters to justice. And hopefully I'll be with you guys every step of the way. And hopefully it'll be solved tomorrow. We'll see. Anyway, guys, it's time to get going. Much love to you guys. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.